Bonjour les amis, vive le français, j'espère que vous allez bien. Today I want to tell you about the wedding, le mariage. This video is in English. I did also the similar video in French language, so you can choose. If you want to improve your French level, I suggest you go to the French video. Otherwise, stay here and I will tell you about le mariage in France, the wedding. So first thing you need to know is less and less French people marry. There are less and less weddings. Il y a de moins en moins de mariages. So I will tell you in more detail in some other videos why, but you have less and less wedding and people marry very late. People marry very late. People marry less because they don't want kids anymore. They have many other possibilities. You don't need to get married anymore. People don't believe. And they are less and less religious people, so they don't see the need to marry. There's many other options regarding the legal status and the advantage of the wedding. You will get the same advantage with some other legal status. Many young people, they study and they start, they have to study for many years. They start working very late, and because they start working very late, they need to rely on their parents a lot. They need to stay at their parents' home. They don't have a good income, so they don't marry. Okay, now I'm going to explain to you a little bit le mariage civil. Le mariage civil. So le mariage civil is the wedding that you have at the city hall, and that's the official wedding. So when you want to get married, you will go to the city hall and you say, okay, I want to get married. Okay, fine. Then you will get some interview with some civil servant at the city hall, and they will check a little bit, check if how you met, make sure that this is not a fake wedding, make sure that it is not a mariage blanc, because there are many fake weddings in France. People will get married just for the French nationality. So we call them mariage blanc. So they will make sure that it's a real wedding, and then they will publish the wedding in front of the city hall. You need to publish this because it has to be public. If someone wants to say, no, I disagree with this wedding is not possible, the bride is already married, she's already my wife, okay, he can say, so it has to be public. So you will publish les bans, publier les bans, I think at least 10 days before the ceremony. And then the day of the wedding, you will come there will be a ceremony. The mayor or someone from the city hall will do the ceremony, and then you need to, it's like a contract. And they will give you un livret de famille. They will give you a family book. And then on this livret de famille, you will write down the children, once you get the children, in order to get married, you need a birth certificate. You need at least one person who is a French national, of course. You need an ID card. You need to have the proof that you live in the city. You will marry at the city where you live. So if you live in Paris district, in this place, or you will get married in Paris, in this place. If you live in Lille, you will get married in Lille. Okay, and you need deux témoins, two people who will be the witness to the wedding. One witness for the man and one witness for the woman. One witness for the bride and one witness for the groom. Now there is also le mariage religieux, which is the religious wedding. Religious wedding has no legal value, but for a very long time, French people were very religious, so the religious wedding was very important. Even at some point, not so long ago, France was a religious government. This was a religious government. There was no separation between religion and government. Everything was together, so it was a religious government. So the religious wedding was the legal wedding. And this religious wedding is at the church. People who go to the church to marry, and you have some other religion, people can go to the mosque if they are Muslim, and they will go to the mosque to get married, But this will always be after the civil wedding. This will always be after the wedding at the city hall. So first you get the wedding at the city hall, and then after, so usually it will be in the morning, very early. First you go to the city hall, and then after you go to the church. Or you can go into the church in the afternoon to get the wedding in the afternoon. Okay, so there is also a whole ceremony in the church. because it's a procedure, you know. So the bride with the mother will come with the groom, and the father will come with the bride, and then they will get married, and they will go out of the church together. People will throw the rice. I will try to show you this, as you know. I will be staying in France in the future, so I will try to show you all this. Of course. Okay, so this is what I want to explain. Also about the wedding, something important about the wedding. Wedding is a festival, is a way to gather all the family together. So some people, they will spend a lot of money on the wedding. On average, French people spend 10,000 euros for one wedding. Some people invite all the family, especially religious peoples. For them, they are very traditional people, so it means there is no sex before the wedding. The wedding is very important. You will have the wedding at the church, you will have the wedding at the city hall, of course, and you need to invite the whole family and all the friends. So they will organize a huge event. People like me, I had a very small wedding because I didn't care so much. I wanted to save the money. I just wanted to have my very, very close friends and very close relatives. So my parents, my brother, you know, I didn't want to have too many. It was a small wedding. What you will do after the wedding? So after the wedding at the city hall and after the wedding at the church, if you have the wedding at the church or at the mosque or the synagogue for the Jew, you know, you invite the guests, so all the guests, and you have a big dinner. First you invite the guests at lunchtime, and then you invite them for dinner, and everybody will be there, gathered there, then eat together. Yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting. So there is usually, I think at lunchtime, usually it's more like the close relatives, and in the evening is everybody, you know, everybody. And in the next few days, for the big wedding, in the next few days, if you are very close friends, they will, and the close relatives, they will tell you, oh, you can stay there in the next few days, and the next day, for at least 1 day, 2 days, you stay there with everyone, because you are part of the inner circle of the family. If you are a guest for a wedding, you need to bring a present, but not any present. In France, we have une liste de mariage, which is a wedding list. So the wedding list, you have some things that you can buy for the new couple. You know what happens traditionally is the new couple, the groom lives at his parents' home, the bride lives at her parents' home, and when they get married, they will move out. They will move out of their parents' home, and they will live in their own place, in their own house, in their own apartment, and they will have their own life with their own kids and own family. So the wedding list is everything that they need to buy. Maybe they need some chair, maybe they need some washing machine, maybe they need some knife and fork, and this is, and traditionally what you would offer is le service. You would offer not this this is like for the pen, but you would offer something like this, which traditionally was very expensive because it was made of, this is not the case now, but this was made of not gold, but it was made of, I don't know the name in English, silver. It was made of silver. So it was very expensive, and it was given, so to cook the dish, it was given as a dotation. You know, in France, there is the dotation. So the parents of the bride, the parents of the girl, they will have to give money, because now the groom, the man, has to provide, and he has to take care and to pay for his wife. So it will be expensive for him. He gets married and he has to pay for the wife. He has to take care of her. She's a woman. She cannot work. She cannot feed the family. She can do nothing. So the husband has now to feed her. So therefore, the parents of the bride, they must give some money. They must give something expensive and offer it. So this used to be the tradition, but not anymore. And you will always consider this, especially if your girl, your daughter is very ugly. Then you have to give a lot of money, otherwise nobody wants to marry her. I will marry her, okay, maybe she will give me some kids, but and if I'm lucky, she will give me some boys, because everybody wanted to have the boys, the male, you know, in order to continue the family name. But if anyway she's so ugly, I have to live with her all my life, and it's a religious country, I cannot cheat her, it's difficult, you need to keep or do it very, very secretly, so I need to suffer with this woman all my life. Oh, how much money does she bring me? Huh? How much money does she bring me? Okay. Bon, this is what I want to explain to you. Voilà, merci les amis, à bientôt, au revoir.